All right, so we got microphones. So however we sound, it's gonna sound a lot better, I think, after we put the microphone in. Chaser's over there jamming using crab meat to eat buffalo dip.
Red Chaser.
Trying to keep it keto.
Let's.
It's just a vessel to get the dip into my mouth.
All right. Well,
fuel up for video games.
Big time. All right. Well, let's hook up the microphone and see what shakes loose.
All right.
Give me a snap. Can you snap? You got too much food in your hands.
I never got too much anything in my hands for a snap.
Red Chaser. Red Chaser. Red Chaser.
There you went. Oh, there you are.
Here I am. It was me the whole time.
The microphone's changed and the lights got lower too.
Yeah. Movie magic.
Planet, I can't remember what the place is called.
Oh, Cybertron.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about Cybertron. Right. How could I forget about Cybertron video games located in Central Florida?
Last stop was Cybertron. We get to Cybertron, they're closing in 15 minutes. So it's time to make our decision.
It seems like every time we go there, they're just about to close up. They have like the gate, the metal gate like halfway closed, and we always roll in there.
And that's not an indictment on them. That's an indictment on us thinking that we can get there on time before they close. And we make it in right under the wire. Look, every time we've done it, we've made it worth their while. And you know, today more so than other times. So
please close. Please close.
It's those new jewel cases we have.
Gotcha.
Tight snap.
Want to watch you do it one time? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, that's one of those like.
I checked a good deal of games off of my games list of stuff I wanted to get today. Like I balled hard today. The last stop there, they had two things that I wanted. They had a very reasonably priced Final Fantasy Tactics. It was a greatest hits collection. I've always wanted to play that game. Everyone speaks highly of it. To my understanding, the game is similar to like Fire Emblem, and I like Fire Emblem, so it stands to reason I will enjoy the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy Tactics. That was there for a reasonable price. Now, they had two copies of this game called Alundra for PS1. And Alundra is PlayStation's answer to Zelda. I don't know if they were trying to answer that question. I don't know what those people were trying to do, but they made a game that it's a Zelda type game, and the puzzles in that game are punishing.
Here we have the son of Rad Chaser yet again, struggling valiantly to open a jewel case. Could it be that his manual dexterity is slipping?
Really? The day you figured out jewel cases.
I haven't played it since I was in middle school slash the beginning of high school. It was in Rad Chaser's collection of games before he lost everything he ever owned, and that's a story for another time.
That's a tragic story. Maybe I'll get enough chutzpah to tell that story someday, but we won't talk about it now. But Alundra is a game by Working Designs, the same people who made like Lunar and such. So if you've ever played any of those games by Working Designs definitely they're pricey games. They've gone up in price. You're gonna pay up for them. And we went to Hyrule Kingdom, and the copy there was probably about $40 higher than what you got at Cybertron, I think, right?
Yeah, it was about 180 at Hyrule Kingdom, which, okay. The general price is between 130, 140. They had a copy at Cybertron, and I was like 150, and we're there, and the ball was already rolling, so I'm like, you know what? We ball hard today. If a good thing falls in your lap, don't stand up. if you don't marry her, someone else will.
Classic quote. All right, well, let's grab this.
$150, and then the copy of
Tactics.
Final Fantasy Tactics was about like $35, somewhere in that neighborhood. I got lucky, and they had it actually priced out lower in their computer system, so I paid like $140 for it.
Alundra.
Your boy was desperate enough to play this game to pay that price. Is not entirely accurate, but it's mostly accurate.
Classic working designs game. For fans of games like The Legend of Zelda and The Legend of Zelda.
It's a really good game. My need to play it has overridden the price point, so I gotta play it.
Sure, look, we do try to chase on a budget, but as such, sometimes you gotta treat yourself. And that's, everything in moderation, even moderation, so sometimes you gotta go nuts. I mean, it's okay. This is gonna bring you joy, you're gonna have fun playing it, and the amount of joy you have is gonna outweigh, the price tag over time, for sure.
There's a practicality to it as well, which is I'm in dire need of games that aren't turn-based RPGs. I love turn-based RPGs. They're my bread and butter, but it's like the next 10 games on my list are like, I'm gonna play this turn-based RPG and this one and this one and this one, especially for these newer ones that are, longer affair. Like I just finished Persona 5 Royal, and I mean, I flew through that stuff until I got to the extra 30 hours on the end of the Royal version. It's a long time to be playing a game, even a game that you love, like that's a long time. And so I was like, if I gotta pepper something in here that's not turn-based RPG, and so Alundra is an answer to that problem right there. So
a couple things. Final Fantasy X 10-2 remaster. It's a little bit rough around the edges, but it's pretty good. It looks pretty cool. Opens up with a book. Obviously, it's got the art in there, and little spot for the game, of course.
Looks real nice.
Yeah, could be something. I mean, the book itself is in
The book is very
pretty crispy.
Yeah.
Pretty crispy. So there's that, and then I love my Final Fantasy 14, the critically acclaimed, massively multiplayer online video game, Final Fantasy 14.
That you've been playing since PlayStation 3.
I started on PlayStation 3 a good 8 years ago at this point. This cover is pretty sweet. I've seen this one online quite a few times. A little bit more expensive. This is only $14.95. Usually it's like $18, $19, $20. And this again. Looks like it's in pretty, solid condition. So this one could be something too.
You gonna grab it?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll see how I feel about it.
let's turn those maybes into yay-be. At the end of the day, this is a good haul for me. I didn't tabulate the grand total of what I spent today, but yeah, we can do that and throw that number up and
through the power of movie magic, we're gonna make that number happen right here. Boom.
It's a really high number.
Look at that.
Son of Rat Chaser.
Look at that. It's triple digits. I know that. I can because I'm seeing it. Look at that.
It's right there.
Excellent work, Son of Chaser. I mean, look, what's the next move?
Well, the next move is it's work. It's more work. We're gonna fire up the boneless chicken. We're gonna fire up Matrix Reloaded. We're gonna start loading stuff into our respective computers, and we're gonna start chopping. I have one more project left that I need to film. Speaking of things that we did film, I had 2 PlayStation 4s, and I almost coaxed one back to life, but it decided that it's gonna be in a weird feedback loop of not doing something. That one might merit another visit to see if I can get it working, but the other one is beyond my scope. So
yeah. All right, you've popped it open. Oh my God,
it's gross.
Well, I mean that's dust. What do you need?
Yeah. Well, I need duster and I need cleaner. So
Lysol. Lysol. Oh yeah, that bunch of scum in there. All right, let's get the.
I mean, the hard drive is the problem for this one, so I'm hoping that when I grab this thing out of here, it's all scummy on the top. If not, I mean, the inside of it needs to be clean. The outside needs to be clean as well, because this thing is freaking gross. The guy I bought it from, a really nice guy. I'm pretty sure he just smoked weed until his PlayStation broke, and then got another one, and then smoked weed until that one broke. So.
All right, well, I guess we'll find out. So you're ripping apart two PS4s. You're trying to get to the root of what's going on with them. We're going to try to get them. You're going to try to get them fixed up so we can use them as trade bait.
You see that? Don't cover breathing hole.
Nice. All right. To an extent, we can kind of fiddle with things and fix them, but we're not hardcore repair technicians. But it's a bit of fun to pull something apart and see if you can if it's a quick fix or something you can do. But otherwise, we're not going to sweat it.
But you'll get to see a video of me working on those things. I did a little hyperlapse, so you'll get to at least see them cleaned up at the end, and that'll be that. Last things, I got a little top loader NES that we need to put into the hyperbolic time cleaner, and then we'll see if we can get that puppy back to life. If not, I got a new 72-pin connector. If that doesn't fix it, well, then I'll take it to a professional.
What he means to say is, I have a sonic cleaning device. You put something in, and with the fluid and the cleaning fluid, and it turns it on, and it does some sort of sonic magic, and then it's clean, and then it works. I've been doing that with some of the NES games I've been putting the videos out for. And it seems to work like a charm. Just chuck the whole motherboard in there and it seems to clean it up, even though it swears on the back of the cart to don't get it wet. But
don't submerge it.
But I did, and then now it works. So what did we learn there? Don't listen to warning labels.
Yeah, get anything you want to as wet as you want to. Just don't try to power it on while it's still wet.
That's where problems arise. And that's where people get game over in IRL.
Although now that I'm thinking about it, you should probably not try that trick with games that have batteries in them.
Well, sure. I mean, there's a limit. Chaser, Rad Chaser does like to get real stupid with it, but there's a limit to even to his stupidity, and it doesn't include putting a game with a battery in it. So, ooh, well, woo.
I mean, if you got the guts out, you can take the battery out. So, knock yourself out. Throw everything into the hypersonic time.
Everything's going into the cleaner. You guys got something you need cleaned? Send it through. We'll clean it. It might not work afterwards, but it'll be clean.
But try and find us.
Shiny.
And thus comes to a close this multi-part retro journey for the Chaser brothers. It's been a nostalgic dive through retro video game history, but for now, it's time to say goodbye.
Listen, I had a great time hanging out with you. You came through 4 days. This is like we're basically on vacation. We've disregarded friends, family, school, and work. Well, except for each other, and then now we're doing a thing.
It's been a workation for sure, but when you love your job, you'll never work another day in your life.
And those are wise words from the son of Chaser. I taught him well. He's my favorite offspring. He's my only offspring. So that being said, I guess we'll see you in the future. You want to take us out? You have to say the phrase. You got to say a snappy phrase. Do the snappy snap, and we're out.
Oh, sorry. I am the son of Rad Chaser. This is the father of the son of Rad Chaser.
That makes sense if you think about it. And we'll see you in the future. And until then, my beautiful chasers, keep chasing them. All right. Great. Good. Video, good.
This should be mic'd. One last one for the road. Bro, it's been a good one. Sun's in my eyes, but that's okay. We should do this more often.
Yeah, man.
I always enjoy doing it. I think next time maybe we get out into the countryside and chase down the marketplace. And see if
Yeah. Let's take this production on the road, baby.
yard sailing. So,
Ooh, well, like a weekend venture, get up early. All right, well, Son of Chaser, great seeing you. Glad you guys, always a pleasure. Let's go home, be safe on the road, and see you, bro. See you in the future.
sun. Can we do something about that sun?
Yeah.
It's too bright.
Daddy, do the thing.
It's too bright. I don't like it.
Into the sunset he goes. Off to another great adventure with the son of Chaser.
I love Rad Chaser. He is handsome and smart.